Hello, I hope you're all doing well. Today I'm attempting something that I've tried doing many times in the past, but failed to do so. I've wanted to make a landscape painting, but I will let the brush strokes and the flow of the water decide things for me. And though this wasn't a perfect attempt, since there wasn't too much water for it to flow, but I kinda tried. Once I got the general shapes of the things, I started going with a finer brush and made the leaves, then added more details as time went on. I also wasn't sure how big the painting was going to end up being, so it was fairly zoomed out, so you'll be able to see more of my desk. Later on in the video I do discover the zoom feature on my camera though, so yeah. About 2 weeks ago I started working on my next big project. It started off with a sketch of a rose I was quite proud of, and then I drew a dandelion which I really liked. In my mind I had the words wishful thinking, and that's kind of what I pursued. It's supposed to be a night scene, and there will also be a mushroom and the moon. Well, part of the moon, and I'm not likely to have that drawing ready for the next few months. And it's also around the time for October. I'm hoping I don't get burnt out this time, and I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna partake in it. Might just do like one drawing a week, or I'll try doing the 31 days but just added less detail, or halfway through I'll end up switching. I'm not really sure. My goal for this Inktober is to have at least one drawing with a witch, or maybe, if I'm brave enough or feel that I can do it, I'm gonna do a witch for every single drawing and have that be my recurring theme, but who knows. Usually I don't really know what to talk about in my videos, so if you got a question for me, feel free to ask and I might respond to it in an upcoming video. I showed off my art piece on a Discord server I am in, and I asked if anyone had questions for me, and some did, so here they are. The first question is, why did you choose that color palette specifically? So when I grabbed my color palette, it had some dried sap green, Prussian blue, nickel yellow, and painted groundnut from my last painting. And for this painting, I knew I really wanted to have a muted purple, so I added my darker red. I don't have too many colors to choose from either. Watercolors isn't something I've spent much money on, but I do enjoy it. But basically I just used what was already on my palette. I will say, the yellow leaves were a complete accident. I was just trying to have some highlights, and then I saw the color and I was really fond of it, so I ended up using a bit more. And when I did use it, I saw that the blue leaves and the yellow leaves really complemented each other, so it might be something I take into consideration for a future painting. The second question I got is, what is it? Well, this is supposed to be a gift for someone, and well, the subject matter is supposed to be the forest, or at least the start of a forest. And there's this grass hill in front of it that I wanted to have little flowers, but maybe people see something else in it, but my intention was just to paint a forest. The final question is a bit longer. The brushstrokes on the multicolored vegetation look very different in contrast to the brushstrokes on the grass. The blue leaves look smoother, while the maroon and purple leaves look more rigid. What was your thinking behind these choices? To answer the first part, I decided not to add much detail to the grass because it's not really supposed to be the main focus. I think by adding too much detail would kind of clear the scene more, and it would fight for your attention compared to the trees, but I might be wrong on that thinking. The maroon and purple bits are supposed to kind of be like a pine tree, and I wanted this to be that way because I think having the leaf shapes be all the same would kind of be homogeneous and would make things more boring. It's starting to get colder now. I'm surprised this year didn't feel as hot as other years. I quite like the cold, but in the mornings it can be hard for me to move my fingers, which sucks for drawing, typing, or playing games. I think it would be quite charming if most days were cold, dark, and cloudy. Then I'd want to spend most of my time outside and be in the cold. I don't know if this is something I've mentioned before, but one of the things I like to do with my time is learning French. It's definitely improved a lot from when I first started this channel, and I will include French here and there in my art. I'm also thinking of rebranding my name to perhaps be a bit more unique. When you search up the word Trove, the game is likely to pop up, and if that pops up, then you're not able to find me as easily. So I'm thinking of changing my name to Red's Trove, which would mean Red's Find. It's not a big change, and I think it still would have a similar meaning. Trove being like some sort of treasure, and Trouver meaning to find. But I don't think Red's Trove is grammatically correct, but I hope that's not too big of an issue. I don't think I've moved to France though. I've just quite liked the language, and there's this one singer I really like. I wish there was someone in my life I could speak French to most of the time, but I don't really know anyone who can do that. Maybe one day I'll go on some forum and see if someone who plays a game that I like to play would want to talk to me or something. Well, I think that's all from me today. I'm quite satisfied with the result I got, but for whatever reason, it makes me feel quite nostalgic. Like, this is something I see as a kindergartner. Not really sure if you get the same feeling or not. I hope you liked the video, and I hope to see you soon since I probably will partake in October, and I might also see you under a different name. Goodbye.